melting places, drought, rising sea levels. These are just some of the environmental disruptions that are likely to worsen due to climate change. Gambia is more at risk from climate change than many other African countries. It's prone to flooding and drought. Recent studies by climate change experts found out that the capital city Banjul is below 1 meter of mean sea level. This shows that Banjul is under serious threat, and just 1 meter of sea level rise, the city could be inundated. One organization helping Gambians adapt to climate change is NEMA CHOOSO project.
This project is in direct response to government development objectives, that is to ensure that the country attains food security, through increased productivity.
Mangrove, an extraordinary tropical forest that grows at the edge of the land, river and sea, is a vital ecosystem for the tiny West African country. These ecosystems stabilize coastlines, protect communities from storms, provide critical habitat for many animals, and stores vast amounts of carbon. However, over the past 2 decades, the Gambia has suffered many losses in mangrove that were at one point the main source of food and income for many poor families across the country.
Climate change has negative impact on our life. In our youthful days, we used to consume a lot of fish, but now we are experiencing fish scarcity due to the disappearance of the mangroves. Many years ago, both sides of the riverbank used to be densely mangrove swamps, and the volume of fish caught were so high that we share with our neighboring villages.
In order to help these indigenous Gambians that were at one point depending on the ecosystems that the mangrove provide to feed their families, NEMA CHOOSO, in support with international donors, have over the years embarked on nationwide regeneration of mangrove on areas where they disappeared. The result is being felt by many Gambians today.
Since 1994, we've been advocating for restoration of these wetlands. It happens that there are good projects like NEMA project and other projects that are willing to put into investment to enable us to bring this mangrove back. When we bring the mangrove back, water birds are back, fish are back, everything is back. The reason why mangrove is important for the creek is if there is no mangrove, the water temperature is very hot. If the water temperature is hot, no life can live in it.
We are regenerating mangrove areas. Over the past couple of years, due to climate change, issues of saline intrusion, we've lost a lot of mangroves and a lot of marine ecosystems. So we're trying to revive the mangroves within the country. We will do over 500 hectares of mangrove regeneration.
The regeneration of these mangroves cannot be overemphasized, and it has begun attracting many rare species of fish to the area. We thank NEMA project for a job well done, and we have benefited from the training it provided for the local people.
Many Gambians depend on firewood and charcoal to prepare food and earn their living. This has resulted in the loss of many forest trees. As the effect of climate change start hitting the farms, there is a need to come up with a solution.
A community without a tree, there will be no life. Life goes together with trees. Without tree, no life. And without life, then there will be no world.
Woodlot is a section of a woodland or forest capable of small-scale production of forest products such as logs, pulpwood, firewood, maple, syrup production, and other specialty products. This provides fascinating source of income and experience where owners can make money by selling part of the trees, enjoy beautiful bird and animal watch, hunting, and more. NEMA CHOOSO project is helping revive the country's indigenous wood species by creating woodlots for farmers who in the past only cut down forest trees for their living without knowing the benefits of maintaining trees. The project allows farmers to choose the type of species they want in their woodlot.
In our childhood days, this area used to be a thick forest, but over the years, the vegetation cover has disappeared. Now that the NEMA project is helping revive the forest cover, the challenges the community are faced with in fetching firewood and roofing materials will in the future be minimized.
We're looking at reviving indigenous species of wood. We're establishing woodlots across the country. Communities get the chance to decide which species of wood they want within the woodlots. It could be medicinal, it could be income generating species, anything that they want. For example, if they feel like they want a particular species of timber regenerated because they've lost the species over time, they can decide. The project is supporting the Department of Forestry to raise the nurseries, transplant them into the communities, train them on how to manage the woodlots and make sure they own the woodlots.
We highly appreciate the NEMA project, which has fenced a 6-hectare forest area, and we wish a replica of similar project up to 60 hectares in the village. When our village benefits, the whole country benefits. We are very happy and grateful for the fencing of our rice fields by the NEMA CHOOSO project. Prior to the fencing, we were confronted with the constant destruction of the rice fields by the intrusion of hippos.
Agriculture contributes immensely to the Gambia's GDP. 60% of the population depends on rain-fed agriculture for their livelihoods. However, rainfall variability such as onset delay, excess downpour and drought affects crops yields.
We have developed more than 7,000 hectares of lowland, that is suitable for rice production. We have also developed more than 4,000 hectares of upland for various cereals like millet, maize, and even including groundnuts. We know that in those areas, the biggest challenge to production previously used to be, soil erosion. In those areas where we have intervened, we have seen significant and immediate impact of our intervention in terms of enhancing production and productivity.
NEMA CHOOSO is currently working hand in hand with farmers across the country to augment the water distribution system to adapt climate change. This is helping farmers sustain effective farming practice.
There's a water management component. This is looking at the existing NEMA project, and it's looking at augmenting the designs for the water distribution structures to make sure that they adapt to climate change. So we're looking at lowland, upland, and tidal irrigation structures.
So mbedaro kila project ninata dukale nyati na nyin canal bal ya ilata ya concrete yo pipe lalo bi yenila jiola.
We are appealing to upcoming projects to focus on our main water canal that runs through our fields by building concrete walls around it with distribution channels that will serve the 3 different communities sharing the facility.
Many farmers in the Gambia are faced with the problem of selling their products at below market price. They depend mostly on buyers who visit them at their farms and buy the products at very low cost, where these buyers in turn sell goods to the main markets and make large margin. These have over the years made farmers work very hard and only earn little from these buyers. Today, NEMA CHOOSO project have initiated a market network where local farmers can communicate and sell their products directly to the market at the market price range.
We have also, developed what we call the market information systems. Previously, what we noticed was that particularly the vegetable producers were not, getting the fair share of their produce. In other words, they would have what we call the middlemen coming to buy their produce at very, very low prices, and that has resulted to them not having the income that actually they deserve. And in response to that, this market information system was developed to ensure that there is market, information available to all the vegetable growers at every given time in the week. This will, one, ensure that marketing of the produce is easy, and secondly, to ensure that, they get, the incomes that they deserve for the production that they are doing.
The NEMA CHOOSO project have over the years helped transform the lives of thousands of Gambian women and youths, and is continuing to help the Gambia government and its people adapt to climate change through its support to climate-friendly agricultural practice and restoration of mangroves and forest indigenous wood species.